Welcome to the Dirty Bag Podcast. I'm your host, Cookie. And as always, thank you for tapping in with your girl. You could be anywhere listening to anybody, but you're here with me. I got a treat for y'all today, baby. We got a multi-hyphenate icon. Let's say if Issa Rae and Spike Lee made a baby. Let's do that. So we got a brand strategist, director, okay, writer. The girl got her own film because apparently she wants y'all to find love dating while delusional. She's an actress. Also, she's an advocate, baby. She is tapped into the community. She gave us the Southern Taste of Dallas Awards, where the culinary queens and kings battled it out. Like, she is in these streets. She's the hostess with the mostest. She is the creator of Another Dallas, Texas Check, because she gonna always get another Dallas, Texas check. Brittany Luscious, what is going on, mamas?
Okay, to the intro. Okay, I was like, okay, clocking. That's me.
Let the people know.
I did that too. Okay.
Let the people know what it is. Okay.
First of all, thank you for having me on because I'm so excited. Like, I always see you're doing your thing. And for me to be sitting right here, I'm just like, thank you, you know?
Ain't nothing like being respected by somebody that's talented already. I don't care what nobody say.
And then you use multi-hyphenate. I said, okay, ChatGPT, what that mean? What that mean?
That means you got so many talents.
Okay.
Like, we can't put you in a box. You pretty much cover everything one would need to cover to really just be that girl. So multi-hyphenate really just means you that girl.
I appreciate that.
Have you had a nap yet? Because, I mean, we listed a whole lot of stuff.
Nope. I'm still going. Nap for what?
Pause. Y'all, I just got to say this real quick. I got to, people talk about how they a boss and I'm this, that, and the third and, booked and busy. I got to experience how this woman works in real life. Okay. So leading up to the awards, right? She has this dinner. Okay. She's bringing all the important folks together that's cutting checks. When I tell you the way you work a room and you still manage people and make sure they own they shit, she wouldn't let these restaurant owners just sit around. You was like, you see who in the corner? Mm-hmm. You need to get over there and talk.
Go talk to
What
them.
is you doing? Why is you? I'm not about to play with you. I said, damn, like you be locked in and clocked in for real. Yeah. It ain't cap. You work.
Thank you. I love human interaction. Yeah. I need people when they're in the room to network because network is your net worth and you never know who you're in the room with. So why not talk to the people? The worst they can do is just not say nothing bad. Then you can fight them. You know, like it just beat your ass. I mean, because I'm here to talk. So talk to me. If you don't talk to me, then what are you doing here?
Right.
Yeah.
Where does all this come? I mean, that's a heavy load.
Yeah.
Writer, director, host. It's one thing to put on an award show. It's something totally different to give a 3-day experience. You gave food trucks day 1.
Yeah.
Education day 2.
Yeah.
Day 3, the main event.
Yeah.
How? Like, where does the capacity to take on such a large order come from?
Well, I feel like because this is something that the first year is to show people, okay, this is something that is possible, right? Because I've worked with so many different restaurant owners, worked with so many restaurants on their branding. And what I realized about Black restaurants, for one, is just there's not enough resources. So the first year, seeing that, okay, it's a celebration. We can get drunk. We can have a good time. We can kiki together. But if you're not taking away the information and the resource, what's the point, right? Okay. So that's why the expo was added on because, and shout out to U.S. Foods, shout out to Breakfast Brothers, Ricky Booker. Yeah. I mean, because without the sponsors for one, which amazing sponsors came through this year, but without my business partner, Ricky Booker, without the people, Rodney Baker, all of the people that were involved, the moving pieces, I mean, for people to be able to see Black businesses and Black people doing something of that caliber and being able to take away, oh man, I can come to this expo and I can find out how to start a food truck. I can find out how to start a restaurant. I can listen to people like Tim Williams that is franchising all of these Williams Chicken. I can listen to Consuela that over Chick-fil-A at Redbird. Like hearing information from that. Melanie Lanier is over the Texas State Fair. She literally in the audience pulled out somebody that sold lemonade and was there at the food truck park and was like, I want to talk to you. Those opportunities only happen when you create a room. So it was a lot of work, but I feel like that's the type of work that needs to be done, especially here in Dallas, because there's so many great people here in Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many.
And let me make sure I understand correctly. So the food trucks, these were all nominees?
These food trucks Most of them were nominees. Some of them weren't. Some of them were just food trucks that applied. It was absolutely free, and just to give exposure to people's food trucks in the community. The expo, people could set up a vendor table so people knew who was in the city, and that was free. You know, so the only thing that was charged for was the awards. But this year we had over 95 nominees of the award show in each category, and those nominees' tickets were sponsored, which was an advancement from the first year. Because the first year, the only way that we could do it is for the nominees to pay for their tickets. This year, we had a sponsor spot on, and Workers United Southwest Region, which is a joint board, a whole union, to sponsor their tickets. So they got to come to the awards show for free. Murmur sponsored it. It was just...
Shout out to Murmur. That's a good rum,
Murmur
baby.
rum.
That's a good, I like her.
Rum.
And she's a singer.
Yes, Shema Joy is amazing.
Shema, we love you. You a songbird, baby. She's that girl.
Murmur had us... We was up there. We was there. We was in there.
I had at the Black Media Mixer. That's how I met her about a year ago. And I was like, what is this rum? Yeah. It's good and it's strong.
She's amazing. She's amazing at marketing. She's amazing at what she does. And she's also an amazing friend. She's that girl. Okay?
Shout out to Murmur.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to give her a minute.
Yeah. Shema is that. Shema Joy.
Shema Joy.
You that girl. Okay.
Black woman owned rum.
Yeah, it was so much greatness that happened, and I feel like all of this being full circle of, I started in 2016 with Let's Talk Dallas, and then to transition into another Dallas Texas check, and then the Southern Taste of Dallas. It's like, why do I love Dallas so much?
Baby, you love the city.
And Dallas don't be showing me that much love. It's crazy.
Stick a pin in it. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about how I met you. This is important because I was pissed. Nigga, you got some motherfucking nerve. Yeah, she said I could talk about what I wanted.
Oh, shit.
I met you while you were producing a podcast that I was asked to come on 3 hours prior. So I didn't even know this person that was brought in to be a guest. He hit me up. His assistant had been looking at me for weeks, like in my DMs. I didn't know who he was or who she was. So I show up and you're there as a producer. I know that we're like the only two women in this room. So it's the cameraman, it's the hype man, it's this man, it's that
Shout out to my cameraman though. IQ Media. Okay, Q.
He was the one person in the room that seemed normal, actually. So shout out to you. Because all I'm saying is this. With you being a producer, I saw firsthand kind of how women producers don't really necessarily get the love. After me seeing how you moved in that room with all the, the sponsors and stuff, and then going back to how I met you, I had an attitude. Because I felt like the respect wasn't there the way it should have been. Almost like you were obligated to be there to make this space that was not healthy at all. To me, I kept looking at you like he would ask questions, and I'm looking over at you like, what the fuck is this? Why am I here?
And you know what's crazy about that?
It was crazy.
Is because, and first of all, I want to apologize to you for that experience because I was there behind the camera to witness it.
But you didn't.
I also was cringing with you, right? But I do want to say that moment, first of all, it allowed me to realize that not every space and not every opportunity is for you. And when I say that is because for me, being a producer and a director of a podcast, there's so many different elements that come to that because you're there to make sure that the production is right. You're there to make sure that everything is set. You're there to make sure the location looks good. Like I have so many tasks to make sure that the guests have drinks, so many different things to make sure the guests are comfortable. But it's also something when you don't know what guests are coming and you also don't know the topics. Because to be behind the camera and hear women being like just dragged through the mud, dragged through the mud, first of all.
Not really being allowed to talk.
And honestly, that was my last day doing that podcast, to be honest.
You had no business, I'm just going to say it, you had no business being in that room. Neither one of us did.
Yeah, but I feel like that moment it takes certain things to make you realize how important money really is, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes as a woman, I feel like in the industries, in the rooms that we're in, we feel like, oh, because it's paying me or because this is something that is making me money or paying my bills.
Yeah.
But it's certain things that it's like, I don't have to fucking deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. And I don't have to allow you to do that, because what that does to reputation, say for instance, that's the only room that you met me in, and you never got a chance to see me or meet me again, that affects my reputation, because you're like, oh, she put that together. And that's something I had no recollection. I didn't know what was going to be said and how it was going to be done, but that was some bullshit. Sincerely, for everybody that was in the room, apologize to you, and I hope that full podcast never sees the surface of this earth.
The funny thing is, it got dropped. And for that person to kind of clown me the way he did for only having 6,000 followers.
That was also some bullshit.
But he was trying to get me to accept collaboration tools. So I'm like, oh, I only have 6,000 followers, but you want this clip of just you talking on my page. So if I ain't about nothing, maybe you came and looked at my page afterwards. But he definitely tried to play me like I wasn't shit. But then afterwards...
But you know the crazy thing about the whole 6,000 followers is because the only thing that I knew about you when you came in the room is that you won an award at Dallas Weekly, and that's when I seen you because you won an award for having the best fucking podcast. So let's give a round of applause for that. And even with 6,000 followers, how about that?
I don't think I deserve.
Oh, girl, let's talk about something else. Everybody don't.
Me off. But what I want to say is the pay, even in the creative world. When I saw how much that guest was compensated afterwards, because he bragged about it,
and that's crazy.
I said, oh, it's crazy. Okay.
That's crazy.
Got it.
But you know what? I feel like we're in a world of people are concerned about clout so much that people will connect themselves to whatever and say whatever just to, but I feel like even if you're watching this and you are a cloud chaser, or you feel like you have to buy followers, you have to buy views, you have to invite whoever, you have to do whatever. Come on. If you feel like you have to do that, at least have an end game to know what you're headed to know where you're going to flourish from that. Because I'll tell you this, if you're not an authentic person, and I'm not shaming anybody about doing whatever they're doing in cloud chasing, but if you're not an authentic person, what happens is everybody that you connect with and that you bring into your network will be able to see that. They'll be able to feel that. And a podcast is all about how a person feels when they walk away from you. Ooh. Because it doesn't matter what's on that camera. If I feel like that motherfucker there, I'm going to word of mouth the way that I feel so much that it's not going to matter what was said on that podcast. You could actually be on the podcast giving me all the praises. And if I feel like I did not like the energy that I was getting, I didn't like how I felt,
I hated that energy.
That interview didn't mean anything. It don't matter how many followers you got, no matter how many followers the other people got. It doesn't matter about the collaborations, who could see you, what exposure could happen, because that means that if I felt that way around you, how am I going to feel around the other people that you're around? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yeah. And you already know about the experience that happened after that. Girl, let's talk about something else.
We're moving on. Women, integrity matters. Even in people look at podcasting as something very simple. It's a wild world, guys. And women get played with a lot.
Yeah.
From the talent to the producers.
Yeah.
Be mindful of who you collaborate with. And you don't have to say yes to everything. This was a situation where no's should have happened. So how do you decide? We can pivot. How do you decide what collaborations make sense for you and which ones you need to pass on?
Well, now when it comes to collaborations, it's no longer about the money. It's about, like you said, integrity. It's about how do I feel about that person? How do I want to advance? What message do I want to give out? Who do I want to work with? Like now, after going to Aruba for 9 days, because after the award show and everything, I needed to go on a cruise. Okay, went on a cruise for 9 days. I just got back. But while I was gone, I realized that I only want to work with the CEOs on their personal brands to make sure that they're the influencer of their own business, and also to make sure that the passion that they have, whether it's your hobby, whether it's whatever you have going on, aligns with your business, and that people can see the reflection of what you really are passionate about. Because that's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to your passion. If you don't have passion for what you're doing, it doesn't matter how much money you have, because you're never going to see what I see. I could tell you all day long, hey, you should do this. I could vision board with you. And this is a lot of stuff that I don't talk about. People don't know that I'm a podcast director because I never talk about it. I never promote it. You only know that I direct different podcasts because you were on that podcast or you see me in that space. People don't know that I do brainstorming sessions with people and people pick my brain all day long for a living because that's something that it's hard for me to promote because I really have a passion for helping people.
When it's a passion, it's just something you do. It's like waking up and washing your ass. It's just a part of your
People
DNA.
like, how do I start a business? Well, girl, let me tell you from A to Z. What do you like to do? Matter of fact, what do you not like to do? Because most of the time when you have a passion for something, you run away from it so much. Okay. You may know how to draw. You could tattoo. You could do all this. You could be the best painter ever, but you could be working at Walmart right now because you feel like, well, that's just easy. I've been on how to draw since I was 13 years old. Okay, well, that could make you the most money that you've ever made in your life. Wow. Like for me, running my mouth is something that I've been doing since I can learn how to talk. Bruh. And now for me to tap into like, damn, I can get paid for people listening to me, people watching me, people, I can keep people on TikTok live for 6 hours straight. And I'm like, why are y'all here? What are y'all watching me for?
They ain't got nothing else to do. And you talking that talk and they getting something out of it. Because I remember, again, after that dinner was over, we went to another networking event. Mm. When I tell y'all, we was getting ready to leave.
We went to creative meetups with Adrian Lockett. Shout out to Adrian Lockett.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian.
So we getting ready to walk out. I don't know if he was the general manager or the bartender, but you made
that was the owner.
Okay, that was the owner. And
I
y'all
didn't even know that until we was getting ready to lock out.
Yeah, you were just like saying, you were just being pleasant. You were just being nice, but y'all just started talking. It was about 15 minutes. I was like, all right, my drinks been kicked. I said, baby, she getting warmed up. I could tell it's like your knuckles. I was like, okay, she is locked in and she's not moving and she ain't walking out without some more business. Yeah. So, but I see that like you really don't play about it.
Yeah, and that conversation was solely about the Southern Taste of Dallas Awards and that's a Black-owned restaurant that it's all Latin based, and he was talking about how many different restaurants. I wish I could pronounce the name. It's
Schwa.
Something.
Hey, Schwa.
It's over there. We was in Bishop Arts District. I don't know how to say it.
It was pretty. The ambiance was really nice. It was very grown and sexy. He was
saying how that restaurant is targeted to the Latin community because he loves the language, he loves the culture, and it's Black owned. And I was saying that people don't know. He also owns an Indian restaurant. And I was saying that people don't know about Black people that own different culture restaurants and open up that space for them. Yeah. And so I was saying, I need you at the expo. I need you at the award show. But that's what I do on a daily to let these business owners know. I even last night at Seek, don't ask me why I was in the men's bathroom because I didn't want to stand in the line for the women's bathroom. So I had a guy take me to the men's bathroom and stand in front of the door. But anyway, I met the owner of Winsome Prime, right? And in the bathroom, I was like, oh my God.
I love Winsome Prime.
I haven't been there yet. I was like, nice meeting you.
Oysters.
Y'all was nominated for the award show. Why you didn't come? He was like, what? Like we having a whole conversation. And the men in the bathroom are like, what are you doing in here? And I'm like, oh, I'm in the men's bathroom.
Wash your hands, bro.
Right.
Wash your hands.
I see y'all. Okay, I see you doing the thing over there. Shake it out. Shake it out.
Drink that lizard, baby. All right,
but it's something that I breathe because I really want, and I've never owned a restaurant. I never worked in a restaurant, but I see that those people are so passionate that they don't have another plan. This is like working alongside restaurant owners like Ricky Booker, seeing that this is like what this man, how his legacy is going. Yeah. How this is something that you started in a trailer behind a strip club and now you have thriving restaurants because of your passion. And you're able to teach that to people and you're able to brand yourself and your lineage. And it's like, that's so amazing to me. So when I see other business owners in that space, I know how hard it is as well. Because, I mean, when you work in a restaurant, it's something that you could do today and tomorrow you could decide, I don't want to do this anymore.
They closed down. I mean, they survived the first year as a new restaurant owner.
So many restaurants open and close and close. So those are the ones that need their flowers. And that's the drive behind it. So you got to see that night of me like,
man, listen, you was like, get up. You need to get over there. You know who that is over there? Dallas College. Go talk to him over here. You over here playing around. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, y'all over there, Kiki. Baylor Scotty White is right there. Okay.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. From me being in that meeting, I connected with somebody. We had a whole conversation about them thinking about podcasting. It was maybe a 2-hour conversation.
It was a guy over Dallas College.
He compensated me for that 2-hour conversation. So I'm gonna tell you what. He paid for a set. I got paid there. He covered a couple of these sessions.
Send me some of that money.
He covered a couple of sessions. I was like, he's like, I'm not wasting your time. Like, I know I took up a lot of your time asking you all these questions. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't be thinking about charging folks the things that I do naturally.
Charge them. Then
when you start charging, they don't want to pay.
Drop the link right now on this right here. When somebody say you want to pick my brain, great. I would love to connect with you. Here's the link. Go ahead and schedule that time.
Can we hop on the call? Let's go. I said, where we going, sis? You want to go have a drink? You think I'm stupid?
You know the man say.
Go ahead. Let's go have a drink. I'm like,
when people say let's go have a drink or let's go to lunch, and you know that the motive, and I think that is the hard thing about being an influencer, being anybody in the public light. It's so hard to make friends and meet genuine people because everybody wants to get information that they're not going to use. My thing
don't
is,
use shit. Don't be using none of it.
If I sit down and talk to you for 2 hours about something, I want to see you go. I want to see you go so hard with it. Yeah. But when you don't use it, and then you still like the next time you see me, like, girl, I'm still trying to figure out. Like,
you need to get the fuck out my face.
How are you trying to figure that out? We talked about
I told you what to do. You don't know. You're hard-headed.
You want me to do it for you.
Some people really do want you to come up with the concept.
Okay, pay me. Okay, pay me. I have a package for that. That's the thing. That's the whole thing about the QR code and the link. It's all right there.
The thing about the QR code.
The link in the bio has all that information.
About the QR code. I got a QR code, whatever you need.
Oh, yeah. When a dude say, oh, let me get your number. I'm pulling out the blink. Here you go. Scan that. You want to book a consultation? Or what you was talking about? Because what you doing, I'm over that.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about this. So I know that you were really big on the vision boards. And your vision board actually led you to moving to Cali.
Yeah.
What did getting out of Dallas for a little bit do for you?
Everything. Because I feel like being here in Dallas, when I was doing Let's Talk Dallas and I was at a Fishbowl Radio and I was interviewing all these people and I was talking about the positive things that they had going on. I was just positive Patty. I just positive. While everybody else was talking about Mo3 and Yellow BZ and all of the beef and the controversy and all this, people was telling me, when you're talking about this positive shit, nobody's listening. I was interviewing people. I was the first one in Dallas to interview Bobby Sessions because I love Bobby Sessions so much. But I was the first person that was like finding these people that were doing dope shit in Dallas. I was getting people that were chefs and having them come in the studio, and I was trying their food on air and all this. And people was like, it would be like 5 people watching on Facebook. One of them was my mama. She would share it to everybody else.
She's an author. Shout out to mama. She's talented.
When you think it's over.com, go get that book.
Her book.
But people were not receiving the message, right? But what happened when I went to LA after writing on my vision board, go to LA, go network, your life depends on it. I didn't see that on my vision board until I got fired over the phone. Shout out to the people that fired me from wigs.com, baby. Shout out to that, okay?
Don't be putting them, hey, wigs.
Yeah, Tanya, if you still working there, I appreciate that, baby, because you firing me over that phone call. Woo. First of all, unemployment hit, okay? And then after that, I moved to LA. So I'm glad you freed me because I was never going to quit that job. The money I was making, I was never going to quit. And the thing about it is that I would tell myself, okay, next check. Okay, next check. Okay, next check. Okay, next check. Man, honestly, babe, as long as you're getting paid, you're not going to put that paycheck down. So what I realized is that the same result when you get fired and when you quit, it's the exact same. Because when I got fired, I looked at my vision board. It said, go to LA, go network. Your life depends on it. I knew some family out there, and I was like, let me come out there and visit. When I got out there, when I tell you, as I downloaded Backstage, my first gig on Backstage, which costs $20 a month, Backstage, go ahead, hit me up for that sponsorship, okay? Because I be telling everybody, I didn't Backstage talk about it, okay? But anyway, my first gig was for E-Network for Fashion Emergency. They were thinking about bringing it back, and I did the pilot. And I don't know if it ever came out. It may have came out. I don't know. But when I say that experience alone of knowing that I could get paid for just literally showing up, it made me go harder and harder. And when people in Dallas start seeing me in the background of shows like Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 6, you can check it out on Hulu. I'm in every episode with different hairstyles. Okay, every episode with different hairstyles. And the editing, I don't think they could keep up with it because I was like in some episodes twice with different hairstyles. I think they just thought I was a different bitch, and I love that for y'all. I love it. One episode I was sitting behind Marcus Hughes, and the other episode I was in there with Lil Fizz, and because of that, people in Dallas seen me different, and they was like, "Oh, I went to school with you. Oh my God, girl!
Don't you love that I went to school with you?"
They was sending the videos to me, and I'm like, I've been in front of y'all face this whole time. But it hit different when you see it on VH1. It hit different when you see me on Let's Make a Deal. It hit different when you see me on The Neighborhood. It hit different when your people sending you videos and saying, ain't this girl from Dallas? So when I came back to Dallas, and this was during the pandemic because, baby, LA was amazing. But when I heard pandemic, first of all, I didn't know what that was. I thought it was the plague. I said, I got to be around my mama. I can't be around no strangers. I got to be around my mama. So I moved back. And I thought I was just coming for like 7 days. I haven't been back to LA since. That was in 2020. And I started TikTok. My nieces showed me TikTok. Shout out to my nieces. Y'all know who y'all are.
Them kids gonna hook
Jada
you up.
Makara Malaysia. Shout out to y'all. But they showed me the Renegade dance on TikTok because I didn't know nothing about it. I still can't. I just can't. Okay. But anyway, I started doing another Dallas, Texas check because I was like, oh, let's talk Dallas, talking about positive businesses in Dallas, but a lot of restaurants were closed. So I was getting DoorDash food and all that. And so I was telling people the restaurants that were open, and I didn't realize what I was doing. The very first video that I did was Sweet Georgia Brown. And y'all hate on Sweet Georgia Brown so much.
I still ain't had it yet. I want to try.
The crazy thing about it is that y'all hate on them so much, but they just won Best Seafood at the Southern Texas Dallas Awards. Not seafood, but soul food, my bad. And y'all be in the comments about Sweet Georgia Brown talking about they got roaches and all that. But the crazy thing is, so does Waffle House. But anyway.
So do you niggas.
So do y'all. Okay, but
it's roaches in the cereal. I'm sorry.
Never paid the bills. But I love Sweet Georgia Brown.
I want to go try.
That was my very first video. And what I did was I transitioned. When I used to do Let's Talk Dallas, I used to be so professional. And I wanted to keep it writing questions down and like, oh, where were you from? And how was your life before that? And, oh my God, people love Little Ronnie Mother F. And, it's just like I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't because I thought that's what people wanted to hear. Yeah, and when I did another Dallas Texas check, and I said, if your barbecue restaurant don't got potholes in the parking lot, I don't want it. If I can come in there and say in a line, because you know when you go to Sweet Georgia Brown, you can't say They like, we ain't got that. So what do you want, bitch? So when I did that video went so viral overnight. And I realized that this is the fastest moving platform. And so from there, it just took off. And people looked at me differently only because I left out of my city. But now I do everything for the city. But
did you appreciate it more going to LA?
Appreciate what I did?
Dallas. Did you appreciate your city more? Or did you see how much of a need how much your presence was needed here for these businesses?
When I was in LA, honestly, I was so on the grind of figuring out what film was and how it worked and how teamwork looked. Because that's something I've always wanted, is to be able to work not as a one-woman show, but to have team, right? So it taught me like what writers were, what it looks like on set. It taught me so much that I wasn't even really concerned about coming back to Dallas because I thought I was going to be in LA. And of course I was going to meet Tyler Perry and I was going to be on Sisters. And that was going to take off, right? But the pandemic happened and it like forced me to come back to the city. But I think that happened on purpose because I've made more money when I came back to Dallas than I could have ever imagined before I left. Because I think if I would have never left, I would still be working at a job. I would have got fired and I would have went and applied back for another job. And I would still be working there talking about how I wish I would have lived this life of freedom.
We all have the regrets of the risks we don't take. Ooh.
Yeah. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. 100% of them. Because you're only in your own way when you tell yourself, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait until I get my taxes. And you know when you get your taxes, you're just going to get a new couch. So girl, stop acting like you're going to start that business. It's either you're going to start it with the $20 that you got, or you not gonna do it. You know, and it's like, I wish somebody would have told me that versus me feeling like, oh, okay, at this moment, I'm gonna save $600. It's like
people are told to save, and we can't save what we don't have.
You save
so
for what? You save and then you get sick and now you gotta spend it all on, you know, like it's so many emergencies that can happen that savings, like I'm not saying don't save your money, stack your bag, but I'm saying do it right now, because if you don't do it now, it's not gonna happen.
You big on the leap.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it literally a leap of faith and believing in God and understanding that whatever is meant for you is going to happen. It has to, but you have to move. The action has to happen. Because if you don't move, if you stop, if you stay stagnant, if you be complacent, if you feel like I'm not going to apply for this apartment because I know I'm not going to get approved, I'm not going to do this, that's a lack mentality. And with a lack mentality, you will always be in the lack of. You will always be stuck in your own head. And that's the biggest prison that you can ever create for yourself.
So then you got all this stuff going on right now. You literally don't stop moving. Mm-hmm. Are you adding anything new? What's next for you? Or are you just perfecting that in which you've already created? Because, I mean, you got a whole film.
The film is coming out in October, and it's called Dating While Delusional.
Dallas has entered the chat.
Dallas has entered the chat. It's based on my real dating life, so it's based on a true story. If you're wondering who is the delusional person, it's me. I still believe in love after all of these fuck niggas I've experienced. I feel like a lot of people need to experience fuck niggas in their life.
We do.
And if you think you're one of the fuck niggas that I fucked with, I'm talking about you, okay? The movie was inspired by you. Thanks for all the experience. But this is a rom-com, and what I wanted to do is bring, shout out Hal too, could play that game. I wanted to bring movies like that back, but Black movies like that. And the fact that I'm the writer and the producer and the lead actress in the movie, and I have one cameraman, Quentin Lee. He hates getting any acknowledgement. Okay,
hey, Quentin
Lee is Black Dream Chaser on Instagram. IQ Media Films. Okay, you are a filmmaker now, baby. You are a
front and center today, buddy.
Yes,
we're tagging you in this clip.
The shots that he has in this movie with one cameraman, I'm so excited to see where this movie go. And people keep saying, is this a Tubi movie? But the thing is, stop saying, is it a Tubi movie like you've ever done a movie before? Okay? Because the movie that's in your hidden folder is not a movie, baby. It's just you getting smacked. So stop coming to me and saying, isn't it going to be a Tubi movie? You never did a movie before in your life.
You scared to drop a reel on Instagram. What is you talking about?
Right. You ain't even got...
You can't even do a TikTok.
When I go to your page, it says no post yet. And you talking, is it going to be a Tubi movie?
You watch stories all day.
The crazy thing is, Tubi is coming up.
Tubi is, I mean, yeah.
Like, Tubi is a platform, first of all. A platform that you can download on your TV. And you know what? This is crazy because you're going to be able to watch it. Ooh, that's crazy. Okay, and we're doing a premiere. So yeah.
The premiere is
going to be October. I don't know the date yet.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to pushing you.
Watch out
sorry.
for page
all right.
Because we on CP time. Okay. But my birthday is in October. It's my 35th. So we will have that out. But
come on now.
That's the next thing. And for me, I want to go into doing skits. I want to be, I want to do some stuff with Drewski. Shout out to Drewski. I love Drewski. I want to do some stuff with Drewski. I want to do some stuff with Kevin Hart.
We gonna tag Drewski. I
have a vision about meeting Taraji on the red carpet. I want to meet Taraji. So those are the things I'm working towards. It's like, I don't want to think about the things that are possible. I want to think about the things I think are impossible. So me kicking it with Taraji, drinking some of her new wine, 7 daughters, like me having a great time in my mansion, like walking around my house naked with Chris Brown.
Baby,
those are the things I'm working on.
Naked in the crib with Chris is crazy.
But it's not impossible.
The shit is not impossible.
Chris Brown blocked me on Instagram.
How you get blocked by Breezy? People that he don't like ain't blocked. What did you say?
Because when you on Instagram,
what the fuck did you do?
Chris Brown blocked me. On Instagram, when somebody when a celebrity reshares something that you posted, just kind of just fanning, showing fan support.
What did you do?
And because you got access to those DMs, every time I would be around people, I'd be like, girl, shut up. Because I can call Chris Brown. And I would try to video message him. And I guess he was like, bitch, look. You tried to video me?
You don't know me. Girls have broken into that man's house. So I mean, he has a healthy, understandable amount of
social media
paranoia.
was like, you're trying to video chat and you're blocked.
Somebody broke in that boy's house and was just walking around like, "Yep, I'm here."
That's
so
crazy.
I mean,
I've never been that bold. What?
He had to call the cops. She was chilling like, yeah, what?
Somebody did that to Slim Thug too, which is crazy.
Why the hell is you breaking into Slim? Bitch, are you okay?
Hey, Sugar Daddy Slim.
I'm just scared.
Hey, Sugar Daddy Slim.
And he gonna act like he wasn't with it. Boy, you better be. You mad because you wasn't attracted to who broke in.
Right. Because if it's, don't lie. If a bad bitch breaking your house, you'll be like, hey, what, man?
You're gonna be like, man, hold on.
You're not gonna be like, put your clothes on.
Are you hungry?
Please.
Are you hungry? Like, I don't know your mental state.
What's up? Like, are you trying to chill or not? I'm not tripping about you being here.
But what you trying to do, shawty? I like that.
Y'all don't be breaking in these niggas' house. Y'all doing too much. Don't break in their house. I don't want y'all saying Luscious said it's cool if I'm a bad bitch. No.
I can break in the house if I'm a bad bitch. You're responsible for that
climbing
shit.
through them niggas' windows.
Baby, your wig gonna come off. He gonna come out and see Rick James. Just don't
do a pop-up at a nigga house and his apartments was too secure. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, he paid that $2,000 rent. Okay.
You need a fob to get on every floor? Really?
Get in the elevator and you stuck looking stupid.
Right. The dude in there was like, nah, mom, you need a fob to get on that floor. I was like,
so why don't you use your fob, nigga?
It wouldn't go to that floor.
Oh.
But the crazy thing is, what was I going to do when I get there? I'm not a pop-up type person.
He's going to be like, make love to me.
Right. I was definitely going to get up there and simp. Babe, I'm trying to call you. Get up there and fall in love. I was trying to call you. Why you ain't answering?
I figured like it was going to voicemail. I want to make sure you was safe.
Right.
You
I
like
thought you was in the hospital.
You could have died. People dying every day. Like, we got ice out here snatching people. You Haitian, but like you Mexican. I just want to make sure you was cool.
You got to be on that. You can't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I couldn't.
I can't be on that. It's not that serious. So, I think life is a joke. Anyway.
I think you're going to hit at least 3 of them goals though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure I'm going to meet Taraji.
Yeah, I was like, that should be. She was just in like Houston last week and she
I know. I thought she was going to come to Dallas, but I'm going to meet Taraji for sure.
They be like, Houston or Dallas, I'm gonna go to Houston. I see how they be playing sometimes.
Yeah.
So
it was an interview that Taraji did on a podcast, I think with was it Angie? I think with
was
Angie.
it Kiki or Angie?
I think it was Angie.
Okay.
She did the one with Kiki recently, but the one with Angie she did a couple years ago, and she was crying and she was talking about like the industry and like how people do women, and it just made me see her as such a real person, and I was just like, I loved her. I've always loved Taraji's work, but it made me see her as a person. I was like, I just want to meet her. I can relate on so many different levels. Like not being recognized, not being respected, not being walking into a room and always having to prove what you can do versus showing up in the room. And that's something that I feel like in Dallas, women need more respect of being able to walk in the room and be.
Cause you work. Like if I ain't say nothing, I ain't even been blowing smoke, y'all. I've witnessed it. I've watched it in motion. Then it was a whole family affair. Her mama was there. Her sister was scooping up stuff. The whole squad. She got a whole village that backs her up. But I'm proud of all. She's so sweet. She has such a calming spirit. Like it's very encouraging.
People don't believe it's my mama because I'm so all over the place. Mama's like,
mama chill.
Yeah, that's what she do. I don't.
She don't try to be the main character. She sits back and lets you do what you do, but she's there support.
Yeah, I love that.
So first of all, so we know we got that coming up. We got the premiere. Look out for the premiere. Tell everybody where to find you, where to book these calls, and all of this stuff.
First of all, you can find me on all platforms. Sweet Life of Luscious, and that's sweet like regular sweet Life of Luscious. LUSCIOUS.
They can't spell.
You can go on Google. You can type in another Dallas, Texas check. You'll be able to find me. TikTok is my main platform. If you send me a DM, just send it. And I don't check my DMs like that. I will get better at doing it. I'm hiring a virtual assistant, so we'll get to it. But
I'll respond.
Just send it anyway, okay? You can book a consultation with me by sending me a DM. The website, anotherdallasexcheck.com. You can go there if you are a CEO and you're trying to figure out how to branch your brand and to humanize your brand is what I do. I mean, Sweet Life of Luscious, Dating While Delusional. Watch the film. Support me in any way that you can. And the best way to support me is by DMing me and ask me, how can I support you? Because I never know off the top. Okay? I'm not going to tell you to cash at me. I'm not going to tell you to do anything like that. But it may just be show up for me or just, invite me out. Mention my name in rooms that I'm not in. How about that?
If you really rock with people, the best way you can support somebody is to mention their name for opportunity.
Yes. When you hear something and you say, Luscious would be great for that, do that.
You ain't even got to be besties and friends to do it. It costs you nothing when you know that it's going to be a positive addition to the ecosystem. Just say the name.
I love it.
Don't be on that BS. Don't be gatekeeping. Everybody got to be your bestie. Don't you want talent? talent over warm and fuzzies. How about that? So yes. So thank you so much for we gonna do it. Y'all know we're doing a part 2. I'm gonna book me a call. Shit. I'm booking me a call. Thank you so much. Oh, this was good.
Yeah, I had fun.
So guys, thank you for tapping in. I know you got some nuggets today. So thank you again for tapping in with us. You know the website, you know where to go. Y'all, from what I understand, what I just heard, Dallas actually does low-key have like the highest number of COVID. Apparently, COVID's still out here again. Whatever's going on, apparently COVID back and shit. So where applicable, wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance. And when you get a free moment, please remember to clean out your dirty bag. Till next time.
Darling, there's only one God. Well, darling, there's only one God.